Imagine an iron bar blasting through your skull at high speed, exiting the other side, and you simply stand up and start talking. This isn't a horror movie plot. It is the true story of Phineas Gage. It was September 13th, 1848, in Cavendish, Vermont. 25-year-old Phineas Gage was a capable foreman for the Rutland and Burlington Railroad. His job was to blast through rock to clear a path for the tracks. Gage used a custom-made tamping iron, a tool that was 1.1 meters, 3.6 feet long, 3.2 centimeters, 1.25 inches in diameter, and weighed 6 kilograms, 13.2 pounds. While he was packing gunpowder into a hole, a momentary distraction led to a premature explosion. The 6-kilogram iron rod was launched like a missile. It entered Gage's left cheek, traveled behind his eye, tore through the front of his brain, and rocketed out the top of his skull, landing 25 meters, 82 feet away, smeared with blood and brain matter. Shockingly, Gage was not killed instantly. Within minutes, he was speaking and even walked with little assistance to a cart to be taken into town. When the local physician, Dr. John Martin Harlow, arrived, Gage famously greeted him by saying, "Doctor, here is business enough for you." The wound was horrific. Dr. Harlow could look directly through the hole in Gage's head. Despite a severe infection and falling into a semi-comatose state for several weeks, Gage's youth and physical constitution pulled him through. By January 1st, 1849, he was leading a mostly normal life again, at least physically. While his body healed, his personality underwent a transformation that would change the field of psychology forever. Before the accident, Gage was known as a smart, well-balanced businessman. Afterward, his friends and coworkers said he was no longer Gage. He became fitful, irreverent, and indulged in the grossest profanity. He was impatient and obstinate, yet capricious and vacillating. The railroad refused to give him his job back because his personality had become so volatile. This case provided the first real evidence that the frontal lobes of the brain are linked to personality and social behavior. This concept, known as localization of brain function, was a revolutionary shift in medical science. Phineas Gage didn't just hide away. For a time, he appeared at Barnum's American Museum in New York, exhibiting himself and the iron rod that changed his life. He later moved to Chile, where he worked as a long-distance stagecoach driver for 7 years. Driving a coach with 6 horses in a foreign country required high cognitive function, leading some modern researchers to believe that Gage may have actually recovered some of his social skills over time, a process now known as neuroplasticity. However, the physical trauma eventually took its toll. In 1860, Gage began suffering from severe epileptic seizures. He passed away on May 21, 1860, nearly 12 years after his accident. Did you know that Phineas Gage was buried without his iron rod, but it was later exhumed along with his skull? Today, both the skull and the tamping iron are on display at the Warren Anatomical Museum at Harvard Medical School. In 2012, digital reconstructions suggested that the rod destroyed about 11% of his white matter and 4% of his cerebral cortex. While his story was often exaggerated in 19th century medical journals to fit various theories, he remains the most famous patient in the history of neuroscience. Phineas Gage proved that who we are, our kindness, our planning, and our temperament is physically rooted in the biology of our brains. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more incredible stories from history.